one day out from the final outing of shows for the 2025 season for me. Crazy that we're now here already. Loved every single minute of it. So yes, I thought I may as well catch you up on what has been going on. I am currently just making my cream of rice for today. So as I said, one day out. My last show is Two Bros in Glasgow, which is tomorrow. And yeah, I'm just getting my stuff sorted for today. So I have checked in this morning. We have got the setup sent over for today. Going with foods that are obviously very good for digestion: cream of rice, honey, rice cakes, squares bars, stuff like that. We have actually put a fair amount of food away over the last couple of days, and that's definitely something that I have noticed in my body at this time. I can definitely get through a fair amount of food, and it takes a good bit for me to actually fill out as well. Obviously you just need to make sure that you're not impacting digestion as well, but I haven't had any issues whatsoever, so everything has went pretty smoothly so far. So today is the day where we will shuttle in a wee bit of carbs over the course of the day. It will be more of a dry out day, so we will be implementing Peak Max, which is here. Pit Stop Nutrition, CRM10, using all the drill. So Peak Max helps to dry out the body, just to get that grainy texture and the physique. So we will implement them from today. So I'm just going to make my meals. This will be a day of trying to chill as much as possible. It is very ideal if we can, and it's definitely something that I have been not too bad about over the last couple of weeks, because we have done back-to-back peak weeks. For this week, it's kind of changed around a little bit, because I've always been competing on the Sunday, but I'm now competing on Saturday this weekend, so it's kind of thrown me off a little bit on timings and stuff. But we've got it all mapped out, so we've got it, it's fine, it's sorted. So yeah, everything has kind of changed around. I've got a little bit of work to do this morning, and then for the rest of the day when I'm actually chilling, I'm just going to do some stuff on my phone and stuff like that for work, so I'll get that all sorted. But I've got a set up to send out for a new client this morning. I've not got any PT today, which is good. So it will just be a case of some laptop work, some phone work, and that'll probably do me for the day. So yeah, as I said, meals, I'll show you a little bit of meals. Obviously what I'm on just now does not apply to everybody else's in this situation, but it'll just give you an idea of what kind of things that I'm consuming on being one day out from a show. So yes, I have actually picked this camera up so many times, especially on my one day out mark, and I've got so many different clips, to be honest with you, but I've not put them together and I've not uploaded them, and I feel like it's just been in my head a little bit. I have put a wee bit of pressure on myself, like, oh, why have I not done this? And I've kind of messed this up, because it's a good opportunity to get information out there for you guys, and I know everybody loves to see the shows. So in that aspect, I'm not going to lie, I feel like I've failed a wee bit, but we live and we learn and we keep going from where we're at. So I'm going to do a wee video today for you. I'm actually going to try and do a little bit of vlogging tomorrow. I won't be on stage. I'm probably, with Two Bros, they split the division so that it's males in the morning, females in the afternoon. So the female division starts at 1 o'clock. So you've got wellness, figure and bikini. I do reckon I'll probably not be on till about 2:30, 3ish. So I do have a good bit of my day tomorrow, so it will be a case of just trying to chill as much as possible tomorrow morning as well. So I'm going to get this ready, go and send the setup out. I need to go and have a shower and wash my hair and get my tan on. I do my own tan. I've not found any issues with it. If you are considering competing, trust me, it all builds up money wise. So if there's things that you can do on your own, I would definitely recommend it. Obviously, my back and the back of my legs, I just need to make sure it's absolutely perfect. I'm generally usually alright at it, but I do get Calvin to do my back, or Kylie was doing my tan as well. So I do have the options, which is absolutely amazing. So I need to get my first layer of tan on as early as possible. So set up to go out, wash my hair, get a shower, and then the first layer will be on. So I will catch you up in the next clip. I'm just going to go and get this sorted so that I can get the tan on nice and early. And yeah. So, as you've seen this morning, cream of rice was already prepped. So I'm going to have this is my meal 1. So I like to prep my cream of rice, put it in the fridge, just let it cool down a little bit. I actually used to have cream of rice warm, but I kind of prefer it cold now. So cream of rice is in for the first meal. Every variable is getting measured. Salt has been measured pretty much all through my prep. It tends to usually be about 1 gram for every meal, but what I normally do is I weigh out my full 6 grams I have a day. I weigh out my full 6 grams in my pot, and I just spread that out over the course of the day on my meals. And that's generally what I find works for me, rather than having to weigh out the gram every single time. So setup has been sent out. I'm going to have this meal, get myself in for a shower, and then get the first layer of tan on, which is next level. So this is pretty pale right now, wait until you see it. It's wild. Like, even when you're on stage and stuff like that, sometimes you don't really realise how dark people are until they're off stage. But you obviously want to have that darkness about you for when you're on, just with being under the lights and stuff like that. It does help show the muscle definition. But yeah, so this meal's going to go down, get ourselves sorted. I have done little bits of YouTube, and I wonder if I'll be able to put it together to make a kind of show sort of YouTube, or the peak week YouTube up until show day. I'm going to see if I can try and string a couple of what I've already done together to put it out to you. I'm not going to lie, I think it was more so I've not been picking up the camera because I'm striving more for that perfection and thinking, oh, what if I say this, and what if I do that, and what if I don't manage to clip this, but let's be honest, life is not perfect. There will always be wee mishaps along the way, so I'm just going to be completely real and just be me. But yeah, definitely have put a little bit of pressure on myself that way. So we'll see how it goes. We'll just ramble on and see where we get to. But yeah, I will cover a little bit of meals on here, but not too much meals for today. And I'm going to do a full show day one for tomorrow as well, since it is the last. But as I said, I think it was just a case of picking up the camera. I have been quite pressurised on myself, and I have done tiny little bits of clips, but I've not managed to complete them all. So I'll see what I can get together and post before this one. Possibly might be one before this, but we'll see. If not, then this will be the next YouTube that's going up. So I'm going to have this, get myself a wee shower, get my hair all washed. So today what I'll do is I'll do 2 base coats. So I'll do 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening. I will not be washing my base coat off. I will be keeping that on. And then tomorrow being show day, I will put my top coat on. The last show that I done, I actually done 2 layers of top coat, and it actually worked out a lot better. So I think I'm going to do that this time as well. But you'll be able to see the colour difference. It is absolutely mental, I'm not going to lie. So yeah, I'm going to get stuck into that just now, and today, as I said, is going to be a day of trying to chill as much as possible. I do have a wee bit of work to do, but I will be more so kind of sitting on the laptop or on my phone. I normally try and perch myself on that couch the majority of the day before my show, so we'll see what we get to do the day. It's definitely thrown me off this time because I normally compete on a Sunday, and it's now Saturday. It's going to be Saturday this time. So usually I'm like, right, well, I do tan on here and I do this and I do that, but my days are all mixed up, and I feel like today is Friday. Well, it is actually. Yesterday I felt it was Friday, that's what I mean to say. But Friday is now here. We are 1 day out, so this meal is going to go in, and I'll catch up with you soon. So guys, tan is on. Obviously I don't do my hands or my face just now, but look at my little tiny bit of back that I can't do. I'll get a top on and I'll talk to you. So yeah, as I was saying before, I do my own tan. I don't actually find it too difficult. You just put it on with a small sponge, which I will show you. It is actually relatively easy to do, this little sponge right here. It is actually relatively easy to do, but you just need to make sure that you don't miss parts, that's all. So I do 2 layers of tan of the base coat, which is what I've got on just now. I don't do my hands and I don't do my feet or my face the first time round. I'll do that on the second coat that I'm doing. I actually did go over my body twice there, but I don't know if you class that as 1 or 2 coats. Just to make sure that it is dark. It is definitely a lot darker than what I was. But this isn't dark enough yet. So I'll do another layer later on tonight. And then tomorrow, I was only doing 1 top coat, but the last show that I done 2 top coats and it actually worked out really, really good. So I'm just going to do that again. It was really dark, but so this base coat is kind of like you know, like a self tanner that you'd put on, like a fake tan you'd put on and wear it overnight and wash it off in the morning. It's kind of like that, so this one sticks to you, whereas the top coat is definitely a lot darker, but it's more of an instant tan. So I'll put that on the morning of my show, and then probably do another coat of it in the morning, and then when I come home from the show tomorrow night, which is mental actually, tomorrow night, I'll go for a shower and it'll just that layer will just wash off. Easy for me to say. So this one will stick. But that's okay, that is absolutely fine. You definitely see your physique changing a lot when you've got tan on. I'm like, wow, it's starting to pop a little bit more. But yeah, so I've managed to get a wee bit of work done this morning. I have got my next meal, which isn't until 12. It is 5 to 11 just now, so I've got a little bit of a gap between my first and my second. My second one is cream of rice, if I remember correctly. Again, so I've got that in the fridge ready to go. I've got my little humble abode set up, which is a fake tan liner, a bed liner. I'll show you that in a second as well, which I also didn't think was a thing until I started this whole journey. And it probably would help like save your bed sheets a fair whack, as long as you're not pure sweating right through it right enough, but it definitely does help save the bed sheets a little bit. I have got fake tan on my bed sheets right enough from the last time. I have washed them, didn't come out. So we've got a new set lined up to get that on once the fake tan is washed off. So I've got a couple of replies to do with clients and a little bit of work to do, just pretty much laptop and phone work. So I'm going to set myself up on the couch, try and get my feet up as much as possible. The day before your show, you definitely want to be trying to chill as much as possible, which I am actually not too bad at doing on the day before. The chilling part of it is the side that I do struggle with, because I'm always like ready to go. Don't get me wrong though, I have felt like from my first show, so up until my first show, I felt absolutely fine. Energy was in a good spot. I'd maybe take a little bit of a crash in the evening, but energy was in a good spot and stuff like that. Never really had any issues. But from my first show, because we've kind of done back-to-back peaks and I've been competing every weekend since, apart from that weekend there, I definitely have felt like I've got a lot less life about me. I've not found it like a mega struggle, but there's just a lot more of kind of draggy days, and I definitely am in prep, as they say the prep trenches. I don't think it's trenches. You definitely are a lot more lifeless. I think as well because you're getting more food, the blood sugars are spiking, they're crashing, you're then getting really hungry, but on the days where hunger's really high, you're having to pull back on food because you need to dry off or shuttle off some excess fluid from your off plan. So you're really getting right down to a baseline day and digging for a couple of days before you're then filling up again for the next show. So I would definitely say that over the last couple of weeks has definitely been the hardest. Now, when people said to me about prep, they always said like it was really hard and it was bad. And I feel really bad in saying this, but I genuinely have been absolutely fine up until now. And I think a few people, well, I've actually heard a few comments, but I think a few people felt like, oh, she's just saying that just to make herself feel better. And I actually wasn't. Like, I will be completely honest if I'm having a bad day or if I'm feeling a bit rubbish. But in all honesty, up until like my shows and stuff, I've genuinely been all right. As I said, a few bad days, but that's expected. But no, everything has been good. I have loved the process. It is amazing. It's definitely shone a light to me to say that I've massively got imposter syndrome. which is something that I'm going to work on, and I definitely a bit of self-disbelief, but again, that's something that I'm also going to reflect on and work on going forward, because it has been a very, very, very successful season. But yeah, I think I've covered a couple of wee bits and bobs there. I am going to get myself on the couch. I'm going to show you this bed liner. I'm going to get myself on the couch and just finish off a little bit of work and chill as much as possible. I think I've more or less got everything sorted for tomorrow. Like, I've got my pump up bag sorted, I've got a wee case sorted for like anything else I'm taking to the show. So I'm more or less on the ball that way. I sorted that at the start of the week. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But I will chill, do some work, and then we will have another meal coming on pretty soon, which is exciting. So this is a little bed liner that I was talking about. I did not choose this print, by the way, but this is the only print I could find it in. So it's like a sleeping bag, really. So you get yourself in, so this bit will go over like the top part of your duvet to protect that. And this bit goes over like your pillows. So you can see it will tuck round. And you would just slip yourself in here to sleep. And then this bit goes over, protects your duvet. And this bit protects your pillows. So it's actually quite handy. So I just put this on the couch just so I don't get any tan on it, because that would be a disaster. And just chill here for today. Second layer of tans on. I've actually included my hands this time, not my face but my hands. I'll do another layer I think when I get back, but we're heading through to register, which is just in Glasgow, so it's only like 25 minutes away from the house, which isn't too bad. And Calvin's joining us. Say hi, Calvin. What's with the rudeness?
Hi, Calvin. We're going to smash the bloody hell out of Two Bros Scotland. Let's go.
We'll see. We'll see how we do. We'll see.
Nah. We're going there with the same intentions as we went there with every single show that Lindsay's done. She's gone there to land her absolute best on stage and enjoy herself for her first competitive season.
That is very true.
And that's worked so far.
No expectations. We're just going up to enjoy ourselves, see where we actually fit within Two Bros. See where we actually fit within Two Bros, because it has a little bit of a different look, but I've never done Two Bros, so we never know how we'll do, but we'll soon find out. But heading through for registration and then get back for another meal. I have had another meal since I spoke to you, which was cream of rice and a squares bar, because my scale weight was dropping. And this meal, next meal, is potentially going to be pro fats, maybe. We shall see.
You need better carbs.
Oh well,
She's
I'll
a
take
bloody
that then.
glucose disposal unit, so she has. I don't know what she's doing with her. Who the hell wakes up in the morning, right, goes and eats 3-4 carb meals and is a kilo lighter than when you woke up with about 4 litres of water in you and all?
I know, it is crazy.
And this is why you've got to monitor your athlete's physique when you are loading them up for a show. And a lot of people say, no, you don't need to load a bikini girl. To a degree, I will agree, it's all down to that individual, okay? Because I need to load her. I need to. If I didn't, she'd be walking on stage like a string bean. No pop to nothing.
That
so
is true.
It all depends on the individual.
We have had a fair amount of food over the past 48 hours.
Week? Last 4 days?
Well, aye, but more so the last couple of days.
Yeah.
So yeah, there has been a fair amount that's went in. I think there was like maybe 400 carb yesterday, 400 carb the day before.
Aye, and then like 300 odd, and then 300 then.
So yeah, it's been a journey. That's been good. I've loved it. Of course I have. The carbs going in feels lovely. But yes, we're going to head through for registration, get back and get another meal in, and then I'll do another layer of tan and I'll get another meal after that one. So we'll catch up with you soon.
They should've got me when I was born. Now I'm trapped in the motherfucking storm. How long?
Okay, so we are back. Registration is done and dusted. I am number 169. One last hurrah, one last dance of the 2025 season for me, which is crazy. No, I'm excited for it. I genuinely am. Obviously, I don't know if I actually already said this in the clip, so if I did, I do apologise. But Two Bros is a different federation, different posing and stuff like that as well, so we'll see how we do. I'm not going to have many expectations. I'm also not putting any pressure on myself as to how I'm going to be. There does definitely seem like there's going to be a good few athletes there, whether they're in my class I do not know, but they look amazing, and that is the nature of the game. So I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see how I look up against these people as well. We have came back, I have done my check-in, I have had my next meal, which you just seen was chicken and almond butter. And by the way, if you tell me eat that when I was actually putting a lot more food away, I'd be like, nah, that's not happening. But when you're dieting, it is bliss, I'm not going to lie. Funny story, I'm actually allergic to nuts, highly allergic actually, more so to peanuts. So the only reason that I found out I could have almonds was I was in college a couple of years ago, and someone said when I said to them I was allergic to nuts, they were like, so you've never had like a cherry bakewell tart? And I was like, no, I have, like the Mr. Kipling ones. And she said to me, she was like, there's almond flour in that, and I was pure, is there now? So then I had went home, I had got almond milk, so I thought, do you know what, I'm going to try it in the house, because I am highly allergic to nuts. I've got an EpiPen and stuff like that, and I am definitely still allergic to peanuts because I have taken an allergic reaction. So I thought to myself, well, if I've had that and it's got almonds in it, I'm going to trial it. So sitting with my mum and Calvin thinking it's a controlled environment, let's give this a bash, risking my life, but anyway. So I tried a little bit of almond milk, tiny little sip. I waited a good half an hour to an hour, there was nothing, so I thought I'll try another bit. And so on and so forth, so we've just kind of grown from there. And then one day Calvin was actually having almond butter in the house, and I thought, well, this is actually kind of next level because it's actually ground almonds. Don't know why I felt like almond milk was different, but anyway. So I thought I'll try a wee bit, and again had it, and I was absolutely fine. So since then I have been all good with almond butter. I have since by accident had a protein bar with peanuts in it, and I did take an allergic reaction to that. So I'm definitely still allergic to peanuts. I did actually used to go for yearly appointments from an allergy to like educate me on how to use my EpiPen and stuff like that. And when I was 16, they done like a prick test, so they put like all different nut oils on my skin and pierced it through my skin, and then I had to sit in the waiting room and allow the reaction to occur. And it was like drawn against like a kind of negative and a positive. It's quite hard to explain, but that was to determine what ones I was actually highly allergic to and what ones I was actually okay with. So they did say to me that I would be able to have walnuts at some point, which I've actually still not had, and I don't know why. I still feel a little bit edgy about trying a new one, a new nut. But almonds,
these nuts.
but almonds I'm absolutely fine with, and I am definitely still allergic to peanuts, so we'll stay away from them. So yeah, second last meal. I've got one more meal to go in. I'm just going to get the feet up for a little bit. I've got some water to finish. Meals have been pushed back a little bit because we never got back from registration till a little bit later. So ideally that meal should have went in around 6 o'clock, but it went in about 20 to 7. So I'm going to let that meal digest, get some stuff sorted for tomorrow, get my feet up, and just chill for the rest of this evening. And I'll probably finish this vlog. I'll just wait until after my last meal. That's exactly what I'll do. And then we're good to go. Now, one thing that I have not done for post-show is hoard food, because when that goal is not there of going on stage and hunger is high, if the food is there, you're probably going to want to have it, and there's going to be a lot of temptation there. So I didn't hoard any food whatsoever, but I did say to Calvin 2 weeks ago, I'm going to buy myself a cookie box to have post show on for the Two Bros show, because that's my last one. So he said that's absolutely fine. So that's the plan, and I did get a cookie box. It went in the freezer, and I've just took it out for tomorrow. Look at that. That just looks unblinking real. So I did just want like one of the squares, but there was none available. See, trying to get your hands on these, it is blinking brutal. So they go on sale like 8 PM every Friday. And by the way, they go like that. It's rapid. So I went on, this one was on, it was a dinky pie. It's a bit bigger than what I wanted, but I'll share it. I genuinely will share it, because I will not, well, I probably could finish that, but I'm not going to. So the plan of action for post-show is going to be a Nando's tomorrow after the show. I'm going to have my cookie box, I'm going to come home and I'm going to have my Ninja Creamy, and I'm going to go to bed, and that's it. On the Sunday, Calvin and I, because we've not really been able to have any dates together lately, we are going to have a date day. So he said to me to choose somewhere that I want to go to for breakfast, for lunch and for dinner. We're just going to pot about, have a couple of snacks, have nice meals together, just spend a lovely day together. So I have said that there's a couple of places that I'd quite like to try, and again, this is another thing that's helped massively throughout my prep, is I've tried not to be food focused. And I've not been food focused primarily because I've not been looking for it. So I've not been on Instagram scrolling for recipes or constantly watching the reels of different foods, because once you start watching it, they flood into your explore page and all over your Instagram. I've also not been like writing down things that I want to do post show, as in like restaurant wise. I've got a couple of things that I want to take people to, like for example, I want to take Calvin to a all-you-can-eat sushi place that's in Edinburgh, so that is one plan. Fuck a Calvin and he walks through the door. So that is one plan. But I've not got like specific places that I want to go, or that I've been saying to myself that I need to go and do, because I think when you have that focus and when you are thinking about it all the time, it makes it feel so much worse, and it makes it also feel like that's all you're constantly thinking about. What? God's sake, can't you see it? Thank God. Showing his butt. So yeah, on Sunday we are planning on going for a wee breakfast, a lunch and a dinner, and he said to me to choose different places, so I've had them in mind, and that's pretty much what we've got mapped out. So Saturday after the show, it will be very much managed very well, and I'm actually Calvin, nobody wants to see that big white sunbed mark in his butt. I've lost my train of thought now.
You're thinking about my ass.
No.
So what she was basically saying was, we're going for some off-plan scram, we're going to go and binge.
No.
We're going to get on 3 meals off-plan.
We're not going to binge. We're just going to have 3 meals off-plan. So yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm actually really looking forward to my Nando's. I did have a Nando's post granite.
Nando's?
And it was absolutely phenomenal, and I said that to Calvin, I was like, I would genuinely have that as my off plan like every week just now, because it digests well, I know it's chicken, and I know you eat chicken pretty much every single day, but I love it. It's cooked for you, and you can't beat a meal that's getting cooked for you. It always tastes amazing. So the plan is Nando's for after Two Bros in this little cookie box, which on here we have some Maltesers, Biscoff, and I think that's Flake. Yeah, that is for after the show. But I'm not gonna lie, I actually will share this because this is far too much. But anyway, time to get the feet up, time to relax, and then it'll be time for next meal. Well guys, it is show day morning. I do apologise, I never wrapped up last night's video. I was eating up until quite late, so I did show you my last meal, which was the chicken, almond butter, the Rice Krispie Squares bars, and I also had the honey on the chicken as well. Beautiful. Don't get me wrong, I have had a fair bit of honey throughout this prep and like around show day and stuff like that, but wow, it is mega sweet, mega sweet, to the point when I actually can feel like it's like bubbling on my teeth. Like I was going to say I'm not a fan, I am a fan, it is nice, it is lovely, but it is so sugary, like so sugary, and the minute that it's in my mouth I'm like, I need to go brush my teeth. But that went down an absolute treat. Went to bed, weighed myself before I went to bed. I'd only went up I think by 0.1 or 2 from that meal. Got up during the night, I think I got up about 12:30 for a pee, and Calvin said to me, weigh yourself and see where you're at, and I had actually dropped, I think I dropped like half a kilo. So Calvin's like, go up and eat a Rice Krispie Square bar. So I felt like I was like doing something wrong. I was like, eating during the night, what the heck? And I'm not one for like ever getting up during the night and like having anything to eat or anything like that. If I got up for a pee and then straight back to bed. Well, most nights we'll normally do that. But I came up and I had my Rice Krispie Square. Now, I don't know if anybody else does this, but during the night when I get up, I try not to open my eyes too much because I feel like it's going to wake me up. So I'm like walking about like this. My eyes are tiny bit open. So I was like that last night. I was actually kind of laughing inside to myself last night when I came up the stairs because I was like eating my squares bar just with my eyes shut. But we've woke up this morning, very happy with the look. The lightest that I've been on show day so far, but my look is definitely looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy, to be honest. We're pretty dry, just need to now hold this look going forward. But I'm going to do a whole show day vlog for you, so I'm going to wrap this one up. So thank you so much for watching if you're still at this point. If you have liked this video, please subscribe, like, comment and share. And I'm going to do a whole show day vlog for you. This is the last one, so it needs to be done. But I've already started some clips for this morning, so we are on it. But yeah, have a good one everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Much love. Love yous all.